biopolymeric superabsorbent soil conditioners for improving water and nutrient use efficiency and moisture conservation. The green process technologies of effluent and toxic solvent-free extraction of azadirachnoids from neem and the industrial production of superabsorbents are the landmark achievements. Several of these processes have been commercialized and are widely recognized. I think there are many patents also who have had it. I don't recall how many. She's also NAS fellow. So friends, we are very fortunate and we are so thankful to Dr. Anupama for accepting our invitation on behalf of NAS. I welcome her and over to you, Dr. Anupama, for the lecture. I should be speaking on making IRE a world-class university, approaches and strategies.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Can I get the keyboard here or there? Okay, here. Okay. So very good morning, friends. First of all, I'll stand up to just make a connect with you. And at the very outset, I'd like to make it very clear that although I have the slides, but in between, I'll be just pouring out my thoughts with you because I consider that from today onwards, means from the day when your names were sent by your directors as the faculty of the IRI graduate school, from that day onwards, now we have an inseparable link in terms of taking IRI per se. IRI is a symbolic of kind of ICAR as other research institutes are, but because of the strategic importance and because of as my slides will unfurl, it will be very clear to you that why the IRI was chosen in the first phase as to be a world-class university and why this kind of networking are the vision of the entire designer and the visionary as DG is there, that how it happened and now what are those rights and responsibilities that are expected from this worthy gathering here? So precisely when I was given this topic, then I took it something like that I have to actually apprise this gathering about what are the expectations of IRI from you. When I say of IRI from you, of ICAR from you. When we say ICAR from you, meaning the ministry from you, and when we say ministry, meaning what is the expectation of government per se and its people from IRI as a world-class agricultural university. So, because this has been taken up as a Rajya Sabha start question that whether there is a plan of the government to make to have a world-class agricultural university. And from there, actually, the journey of the entire concept started in 2017-18. But when we will unfold, when we will discuss, you will get to know that we are already there. It's only now a question to realize, to showcase, and to say with right and responsibility, same way that we are already there. You just listen to us. We are already world-class, but there are several points upon which we have to work on. So I will also present in one slide a SWOT analysis of IRI as a world-class universities. Strengths are already existing. You should feel proud of that. Now you are a part of it. Opportunities are there. We will all together will harness. Weaknesses, what I say is the constraints. They exist in every organization. That is where your role is actually going to become important as how well you as the faculty of the graduate school IRI will be delivering your duties. Because the vision is really, vision and the mission set by Honorable DG is way too high and we have to really work hard on that. And then threats. Threats are nothing. We have to convert them again into the opportunities because this is how I work. So there is a question mark, but that question mark has to be converted into an exclamation mark. So, with that, I would start upon my interaction with you for next few minutes. And you are all free to come out with your curiosity because this is something what we should actually instill in our students as an enabling environment of expression. There should not be. So Dr. Jha Sahab, in the morning when I made my observation, not a comment, not something on your thing, that was precisely not to perturb or not to discourage, not to do anything, but just upon that, because so that tomorrow when we are standing on the side of the giver, then our students are the seekers. So, we have to just give it that vibes to them. That's all. That was nothing, but you are all very learned people. So when I was given this making IRI as a world-class university approaches and strategies, then I compartmentalized my presentation into three segments. So okay. So what is precisely the world-class university term? Or is it simply a fashionable term? Or, sometimes people make mockery. Means I'm telling you that through my interface with the system, with the ICR and IRI, when, based upon the vision set by the government, and when the IRI is making sincere effort, our system is making sincere effort, then across several components, sometimes there are questions filled with fun. Oh, what is global university? What is global? What is world class? What is it? What is mega? So these are reasonable questions which should be there in everyone's mind. But technically, this is a term which is called as the world-class universities, and that's why I included this slide. So if you come, I would request you all to just Google on and find out what are world-class universities, what are the characteristics. After this presentation is over, and once I go back, I will ensure that I send you some very, very good technical links onto the world-class universities in relation to faculty and the students, because that is most important for all of us to understand. Rest management will take care. So when we are talking about the world-class universities, they are sometimes referred to as the global research universities. And to make them further shortened, we say that global university. But yes, these terms do exist because today is the world of the global knowledge economy. You are aware about this. OECD has its own a document which is onto the world-class university, basically. So you must go through that. Then academic institutions which are dedicated to creating and spreading knowledge in a range of disciplines and areas of higher education at all levels, serving national needs and furthering international public interest. You can very well look into this definition. We are already there. If you look into this technical definition, IRI is an academic institution dedicated to creating and spreading knowledge in a range of disciplines. We are already multidisciplinary in the agrarian disciplines. Herein, I will like to, make you understand that as per NEP 2020 document, friends, I request you all to go through that document of, I think, 41 pages or so. That's a wonderful document, NEP 2020. Everything is very nicely defined, and therein it is very clearly written what is meant by the term multidisciplinarity or interdisciplinarity. When agriculture is considered as a unitary discipline. So all agrarian disciplines that actually we are teaching right now, that is considered in the national context as a single discipline. And that's why my next few slides, one of the slides you will see, we have started in a conscious way undergraduation in the community science, because that is a social sciences discipline wherein, that is not precisely a straight part of the agriculture. But it encompasses through agriculture as a client. Then, the next is world over, the institutional administrators, they define world class as attaining the standard to be included in the lists of world university rankings. So our aim is set on that what is the tangible point? That is we have to actually work across so that the IRI as on today gets risen to the QS rankings or to the THE rankings or to the world rankings. Now, what is the advantage of that? Some people, some school will say that where is the need? Why are we entering into this, marketable, those kind of characters? because we want to draw the best talents from not only in India, but also from across the world. If you look across, all of us have our children who are going to, on some or the other occasion, they look into the Google to find out which are the best universities where I can get the admission. They don't look into who is the vice chancellor or who is doing this or who is doing that. That may be the second part of it. Because, but as parents and as the students, what actually we look on, how is the academic program, what is the curriculum, how is the, what is the profile of the faculty which is engaged in teaching me, if I get an admission into that, what is the student diversity in terms of, from where they are, the students are drawn from around which places. So these are few of the things. So that's why in that context, we cannot remain aloof of that. We cannot remain in solitude. We cannot remain with the frog in the well approach. QS rankings become important, means rankings, world rankings. QS is one of the agencies, but world rankings become really very important for us actually to draw the best talents, to have the best of the minds into our academic and the research ecosystem. With having said that, then, okay, this is what a list of world university rankings, which focuses on quality of education, internationalization, research output, status, and impact. When we talk about the quality of education, this becomes important for the context of this gathering. And that is why the pedagogy it attains a lot of importance. So my humble request to all of you, kindly do not attend this training as yet another training for the development of your CVs and all. Kindly take, as Dr. Jha's critical comment came on that. There was one point of mine in which I was trying to put up in one way. But another point was that seekers are really too thirsty to get the best out of the givers. This is another positive part of it. So, congratulations to all of you for that proactiveness, but kindly do maintain that momentum. And then again, you have to work it into the cascade mode. It has not to be something like that. Okay, I have learned. Next batch, those people who will be coming, they will be learning. I have nothing to do with them. No. When you go back, more you are going to share it in a structured manner among your faculty with the permission of your administrators, more you are going to become the learners as well as the teachers as well as the givers, because it is how you will be demonstrating actually what you have learned. If so, my request to all of you is that once you go back, kindly practice it first among the faculty also by discussing, by holding the GDs for that purpose, that, okay, this is what we have learned and this is precisely what you are going to learn. If you learn anything new about what we have learned, kindly include that in this particular report, so that becomes a compound report, because every time as our honorable DG and our organizing secretaries, they have also mentioned that this is the first opportunity. And in the next one, it will be further evolving. So by the time the 7th or 8th or 10th batch will go, then you will be finding, oh, we missed this. What is going to? So make it something like that, within your institutes, within your ecosystem, you have batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, batch 4, all reports, and then compounded together to make a compendium of the learning that has been done by different batches. And that is precisely what is going to help you in long run. Well, now coming to the key attributes, because I'm just trying to be around my topic, but I will be covering on the various, related things, touching upon your interests. So when we are talking about the lists of to come into the list of the World University Rankings, in the last one, in the last World University Ranking of 2023, 1,500 universities were evaluated. First of all, in the overall global university categories, we were nowhere. In the next category, there are then different categories, region-wise categories. One is APAC, Asia Pacific region, Africa region. We were not there in the QS. Then comes, in the specific subject category. In India, we are one. Why could not we be there? Because of certain ingrained requirements which were there, and that is precisely why the undergraduate programs have been started. It is a technical requirement that the university faculty must be engaged in the multi-tier academic programs, including the UG and the PG. So this was one thing which actually, once we were one step short of it, but of course, next time we are going to make it now that our ecosystem is much, much bigger. The key attributes, I would like to draw your attention. The first key attribute is the qualified faculty. Academically, I'll give this presentation to all of you. There is no need to write. Let's interact, because otherwise many of you will feel sleepy, I'm sure. When one speaks, it's a natural tendency of the brain to get passive after some time. Qualified faculty, academically gifted and successful students. That's why I said we have to ponder upon, we have to focus on these hubs, the faculty and the students. What actually has to be done? Something is being taught to you. Some things I will request all of you to ask questions or even to send your queries, and we will be interacting further. We are also just here only in this context, the academic management system of IRI, it is quite evolved now, but at the same time, I have instructed our team to develop a dashboard, hub-wise dashboard, wherein from the dean's desk, there will be certain things which will be coming to all the hubs, and also then individuals also can send through their nodal coordinators or academic coordinators or by themselves, whatever queries they have, personalized queries also, they can be sent to that, and that the dean should respond or the dean office must respond. So, we will be interacting a lot. Then excellence in research, very, very important. I'll come upon that. Quality teaching at an international standard. What is that international standard? Is it only the tools of operation that defines any system as a international standard, or what is it actually? High levels of funding and well-equipped facilities. So a mix of the human power, human capital, as well as the infrastructure capital. So that actually makes a university being called a world-class university after meeting certain criteria. A university which is able to attract the most academically able students and most highly qualified professors and researchers. There is absolutely no doubt on that. If we talk about the researchers and the academicians from India, then we have the best people. When we say, I'm saying, the ICR's niche have the best people, this niche of all the hubs that has been taken together. There is absolutely no doubt on that. And of course, I'll come to that later. It should also have access to plentiful funding sources and offer a rich learning and research environment so as to respond flexibly and appropriately to the demand of changing international market. When we are talking about the changing international market, please try to understand it is both at the academic as well as at the research levels that we are talking about. And minded, I would request upon you again to, once after today's, these classes are over, kindly go through the World University requirements. You will come across many of the all good, reviews and the blogs and everything that I got across. It's a mix of the research and the teaching with more emphasis on research, but translating and demonstrating it into the academics. That makes the university world class. So that's why I said very emphatically in the beginning, we are already there. Means when we say we, it's not IRI New Delhi. Now it's we. We are already there. Now point is to harness it, to compile that, and to come across that, okay, now these are the areas on which we have to work. Then IRI as a world World-Class University. About the context, as I have said in the very beginning, I am not going to read it out, that there was a question, Rajya Sabha question in 2018, and after that, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, in one of his reviews of one of the deemed universities, as you are aware, there are 4 deemed universities. One is IRI, NDRI, IVRI, and CIFI. So in his review of one of the deemed universities, of course not IRI, he stressed, because the Minister of Agriculture is the President ICR. So, in his capacity, he stressed upon the NEP 2020 compliance by networking with the institutes of the similar mandates to enhance the gross enrollment ratio of the students. Because at present, we have the number of students. That is also one of the factors which actually puts us low on the metric of the student-faculty ratio. So that's why this concept of the mega university came. When I am touching upon all these points, because the hub directors are aware, the satellite directors are aware, IRI director is aware, administrators are aware, but all of you must also be aware, all of us must be aware, that why it is all important for all of us to contribute in this big vision and big mission. So that was precisely one of the reasons. Now, can we raise hands that how many of us are from IRI as the alumni? I think it is around more than 65% or around 70, around 65 to 70. Thank you very much. My job is easy because I had deleted one slide precisely in anticipation of this hand raising. That was alumni engagement. Precisely on that, I must, as a dean, it is my duty also to apprise you. Very recently, you must be aware, exercise of NAC accreditation of the second cycle was done. It was over and IRI has been again accredited. So, I can expect a round of applause for IRI and all of you, because every outreach campus who were giving the degrees to our students, in order to have them as a valid thing, accreditation is must. And it has been accredited by the highest regulatory agency, that is UGC NAC. But the score has come A. We have put in the appeal. But that's precisely, not business for this point here. But what I'm trying to say is that we scored low. I'm just sharing with a lot of emotion here. We scored dismally low on the alumni engagement, despite having around 9,000 strong alumni. My record of the IRI graduate school says 9,000 students have passed so far, around. Then why we are passive? So that is a question. I expect, such kind of queries and concerns from the alumni, that why there are no there is no activity, because what has been told by the NAC, I'm sharing with you, that some people may say, okay, then IRI you start. Some of you may be thinking that, okay, we are here, but you start. No, it has been said very emphatically by the NAC team, the PRT team, that alumni have to support IRI, not the other way around. Alumni have to become active through their activities, so that, whatever activities they will perform under the ambit of that association, that gets reflected as the alumni activity. Kindly go through, again, I'm saying the world-class universities, whatever you say Cornell, you say Ohio, you say Washington, you say whatever, who are engaged in agricultural research. Alumni activities are very, very strong. And that is one of the major bases of actually getting the funds. Because when we are saying ample funds, government has its own, limitations. We are all aware as on today. So it is being, emphasized, we have to become self-sustainable. So within home, we have opportunity. Let's get together. Of course, when I'm saying let's get together, I'm not leaving it on the alumni only. We have started the structured exercise, and that structured exercise is that very soon the announcement of the IRI Alumni Association will be there. And Proactively participate in that, choose your flag bearers and start the activities. We will be having the best of the best people. So here in that, that's why I preferably show this slide of my director during one of his presentation, that is distinguished alumni is the legacy of laureates and the prize winners is basically the strength of IRI. You all are the strength of IRI, but that has not been harnessed so far. That is precisely what many of these, like Professor Ratan Lal, Professor Parada, and many of these are voicing that, okay, have our benefit as alumni. So we have to now, because we being the younger posterity, we have to start that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you throw some light on what are those activities which you expect from alumni?
Sure. So I will stop here only and I'll respond to that. That's a very, very pertinent question. For example, when you are, say, inviting alumni, say tomorrow alumni association is there, and at your place also, and all of you have to register in that alumni as the members of that alumni association. I'm just sharing with you a structured thing which we are now going to start. Means I have put on the file, it has been approved, and when the announcements will be there. One, IRI Alumni Association election, proactively participate in that to choose the right people. That is precisely none of my business. It's a democratic exercise. Second is a database has been conceptualized, and that is, it means it will be developed by our own AKMU. That is IRI Dharohar. So that is legacy, what we call as the legacy in English. IRI Dharohar of all the alumni, the brief about them, information about them. Hubs here can play a very, very important role as the regional chapters of that IRI Alumni Association, so that they can then become the flag bearers or the office bearers in that way and start getting, the information about the regional IRI Dharohar. And then that is communicated to the central part, and then the central database, our colleague from IRI, no? Your good name? Dr. Meshram, yeah. So Dr. Meshram, so you are also here. So when you are listening to me, kindly transform this to our faculty across in IRI. Maybe we will be discussing it in a seminar. So this is the second part, because we must have first on board who are our people, where are they, what are they right now doing, how much they can contribute. People are ready with, the baskets of things, baskets of their blessings in many forms. We are, lagging behind. When we sing, we all are. So that has to be done once that comes, because now the enabling policies of ICR, that CSR and all opportunities, and the endowment and all opportunities, we will be able to harness that for the upliftment of the academic ecosystem and to improve upon our world university vision. Now, what are those activities? This is precisely what then I would rather structure it like that. Means, of course, with the discussions with all the stakeholders, like monthly, those kind of seminars, lectures, asking them to come over at the places, and then, those kind of things, they can be started. Inviting the alumni from across world and from across India. And then we will have as we say, the alumni meet. So this is my third target, that is to have an alumni meet. Either industry academia meet form or only alumni meet. How it will take the shape, that is precisely after the election is over. So alumni can play a big role. You are aware about the IISc, Indian Institute of Science. They are the very renowned alumnus of that, Dr. Partha Sarthi. He donated amount which was just sufficient to start a hospital over there. Medical college has been started over there. This is the strength of the Alumni Association. Yeah. I'm trying to, with the help of my interactions with you, I'm trying to trigger upon in your mind what can be the possibilities. In 1 hour's time, I will not be able to, half an hour is already over and I'm still to come across various of the points. I won't say slides, but many of the points. Well, you are aware about now, Now my remaining slides will reflect, my remaining presentation will reflect how IRI is a world-class national university in itself. The structure is very much that of a world grant university. You are aware that IRI was established on the model of the land grant university. All those land grant universities actually have now transformed into the world grant universities. When we are talking about world grant universities, means opened up. They've opened up. Now they are networked. You know, I was just going through a article wherein it was of a Cornell Technical College or some Texas Technical College, some very, very renowned technical college of USA, which is not working in isolation despite being ranked in the QS ranking among the top. It is operational environment that matters a lot in making any university a world-class university. It is working in collaboration with its adjoining universities of the kind Harvard, of the kind of MIT, of the kind of Cornell and all. We are also working. IRI is networking with all the ICR research institutes. We are networking outside ICR research institutes, CSIR. We are networking even outside the country. We are already there. I'm trying to ponder upon the facts which are bright, that we are already there. We have to strengthen that. So that is one point. So director and because you are aware that one thing is that we, as on now, we are not university. We are deemed to be university. That is with the major motto of the research, but with a reflection on, with a emphasis on the human resource development also. So deemed to be university recognized by UGC as per the 1956 Act. We were among the first deemed to be universities of India in 1958. This is also a matter of pride and satisfaction. And so director is the vice chancellor of this deemed universities. You can see the stalwarts who have served as, and then we have the joint director educations of this institute, who are very, very fondly called as the deans of IRI. Unlike other agricultural universities or other universities where you have several deans, here dean is a very, very renowned position of that particular service or that seva, as I said, that sevadar. Actually, precisely, this is the seat of a very pious service of serving the students, serving the country. So these are the deans, and I am so humbled that with the kind of the seat that once Professor Cummings, he was there. So, you know, today that seva has been given by Almighty to me to serve all of you and the students. Then if we talk about the glittering parts of the IRI's achievement, they have been very well recognized. I will just count upon the latest one. In 2023, we got an IRF ranking 1. And let me share with you, there is no point of gloom. We are already A++ in the technical terms. Why I'm saying is that the PRT team, which had visited IRI this time, just last month, they have given us the grade of 3.59 on 4, which is A++. But then why we have got A is that because it was 70-30 weightage. 30% weightage was for the PRT team, and the SSR, which is based upon the data inputs received from faculty, students, and all the administrative sides. Based on that, the SSR is filled, and that SSR, that is where we could easily achieve, we really missed out. And we are now working on that. For that purpose, just for your information, there is an internal quality assurance cell. Institute's quality assurance cell is there. Now it is very much functional, and you will also, means the hubs will also have to nominate one nodal person who will be actually liaising with the director IQAC of IRI. So this is also very important because that will be looking after the data management part of IRI. Talking about, I am taking you to why we are already there. Internationalization. If you go across in the NEP 2020 and in the definition of the world-class university, the international outreach, we are already there. Under the NHEP program of IRI, adequate international training, I won't say adequate, but a number of international exposure trainings of the faculty and the students were carried out. And based upon that, and in between, of course, then COVID and 2 years, were marred by the COVID. But despite that, we did a lot. And that the facility which has been created today, you will be visiting the Discovery Center. So that is also a landmark of the activities which have been done under this particular project. Then international linkages. During the time of Madam, the WSA Western Sydney University started the joint PhD program. You must understand what is meant by the internationalization. There are 3 types of degrees which are being conferred under the master's, under the doctoral, and even now the bachelor's. I'm just taking you to what we are now doing. Western Sydney University, when it was the MOU was signed at the time of ma'am, it was in the doctorate for the joint degree program, where we will be giving them degree, they will be giving them the degree, students. So, and they will be having 18-month cycle here in IRI, 18-month cycle in Western Sydney University, and at the end of commencement of the entire thing and the joint examination, the degree will be awarded. We have now taken one step ahead. Just last month, we had a delegation, so all of you will be the beneficiaries. In that, masters will also be included, so that the student will have to go as a 1 semester for his dissertation into Western Sydney, and based upon our insistence, now they are looking into vice versa, that why only they should be going. Our students should be going. Their students should also choose IRI as a destination of their study. It's a matter of pride for us that, we are Indians and we are India. So that's why, that message is very loud and clear to all such MOUs, so that their students will also be, so we are working on that. So third part is bachelor's. So in that bachelor's also, bachelor program facility is also there. We are just trying to dig out the best program, and accordingly that will be communicated to you once that MOU happens. Then University of Western Australia is, in a mission mode after us to sign MOU with us. In the next academic council in September, we will be formalizing that also. Then, of course, these are some of our international activities, but we have to go much beyond that.
And these linkages will be active for hubs also, right?
Yes, IRI Graduate School. You are a part of IRI Graduate School from 2023-24 admissions and above. So there is absolutely no point of, any this thing.
How many students can avail this opportunity?
As on date, this was given only for the 5 students, but we have now asked them to enhance, and madam, you will be happy to know they have now actually agreed for even 10 students. But the model we adopted was kind of luring. It's an internal thing. Madam, I'm just saying that. Why luring? Academic luring. So on one side, our WSA team was there. On another side, our team was there, and our best students were there who were wanting actually. So, madam, just now we asked them to put their expression of interest. They sent their concept notes. They asked them to actually come over across the board. And the students, they did so well that they have agreed that we will be, looking forward to give more than 10. So that is something, that's approach. So in coming time, I think that should.
It was only in 3 areas.
Yeah.
Now they have taken physiology,
They-
physiology.
No, they are asking that they have asked us to come to Australia. And then, they have asked us that expertise there. And they say, based upon the problem, we will be clearing.
Sorry, fine.
Another good thing, just before that, another good thing is that we have called the MOUs, we have invited the MOUs that ICR has signed. And just 2 days back, we got the communication from ICR. ICR has MOU with 62 universities and institutions. And on that, our Associate Dean International Affairs, Dr. KK Vinod, he is working in a mission mode so that we have a licensing with all 62, means 62 of them. And at least we should go, the number should go in the double figures. So that is our mission now. so that more and more students, more and more disciplines, more and more areas can be covered. There was a question.
Ma'am, I want to know the degree which we are providing to students like MSc Agriculture or MSc in Plant Pathology. That
The same degree they will be providing.
the same degree.
Yeah.
Degree
Yeah.
nomenclature will be
Same.
What is the criteria of selection?
That will be based upon, we will be sending them their proposals. And those proposals out of the whole, they will be selecting few. Then we have our own committee. First of all, that committee will do, then joint committee will be there, they will be doing. And finally, based on, because host country is WSA. So, based upon
Their interest.
their interest, based upon their interest. So they will be, but here, madam, our office will now also play a decisive role. So that, that's why the Associate Dean International Affairs has come, so that he will be listening to ignite more and more of their interest by talking to their advisors and all, so that we are not at the mercy of the international universities. So it's a two-way process. Yeah.
So ma'am, is there any call for this type of?
No, nothing. It will be the MOU because we will be having the functional relationship with them, and that will all be communicated to you.
Call from students.
It will be every academic session. We will be actually, the graduate school will be sending to you. That, okay, send the best of the best 5 such proposals from your hub on in these areas. They will be examined by the central university within the central committee, which will be made as a task force committee to remove all sorts of biases. Means we will be working it at the multi-tier level to make it that there is absolutely no bias and there are all representations across the disciplines. So that's how we will be. We are in the process of finalizing those details. Yeah.
What will be the stage at which the application they will have to apply?
It will be second year. Second year on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, PhD. As on date, PhD. But for the BSc, we are in the process of discussing with them, and they have their set program. So, once this takes a shape, we will be definitely communicating to you. Yeah. Yeah. So these are student welfare programs at IRI, just to share with you that they are at par with any world-class university. These are the new things which have taken up, ma'am. You will be happy to note this thing. So now we are signing an MOU with a renowned foundation, which is in Delhi, for taking care of the psychological and wellness, mental health needs of the students on campus. Once that MOU is there, that will also be passed on to you for consideration, whether you want to sign an MOU with the same, or you can have with your local foundations or local agencies. Yeah.
These all these are with the standards of international
Yes.
grading, ma'am.
Yeah. As per our UGC is our regulator, and UGC sets its guidelines as per the international standards and all. So one thing is that we are not compromising with our national standards, and at the same time we are taking note of whatever is happening outside. For example, Career Development Center. CDC is a benchmark of any university. Characteristic of students' progression and placements. We also have now the placement cell, and the Career Development Center in IRI. And that is going to start its placement drive this autumn. So, that is, yeah.
One question.
Yeah, please.
All hubs have to do this.
They have been, your hub directors have been communicated. All these things, yeah.
All these things.
Yeah. They have been communicated. There will be board of studies. There are few things which all of these have been
I'm from
communicated.
Kolkata, so.
Yeah, they have been communicated, I think 2 to 3 days back only.
Okay.
Yeah. You may check if they have not been, just let me know so that I'm going to again get it forwarded. Yeah. It has been. Dr. Tiwari is there, we have sent it. In case you find any discrepancies, you are always free to ask your hub that we have a WhatsApp group, and on 9th or 10th, we will be having another orientation meeting of the hub academic coordinators. अभी डॉक्टर साहब वो पक्का नहीं है, हम लोग अभी अनाउंस कर देंगे. Yeah, let me go because ma'am will say, ma'am, Anupma wind up. So emphasis on the holistic development of students, So this is how we are doing. I would have actually loved, yeah. Yes, ma'am. So during your time, many things these happened. So gender sensitization on campus. Just this morning at around 2 o'clock, I sent a WhatsApp to the GATI coordinator, Dr. Alka Singh, who is presently head of economics, that madam, please put up a proposal for the activities of social impact across this, which will be meeting Madam SDG 1 and 5. Actually, that is there. And that is ingrained in the requirement of the QS rankings. So actually, when I was preparing, so it struck me. So accordingly, so you will be sent all these details, and I will request her to coordinate with all the hubs so that GATI's, the regional chapters, they of IRI, they are also open so that you can also do those kind of exercises at your level.
Yeah.
So that kind of orientation we can start.
We had a lecture from Pratibha Jolly also. on
Huh.
that.
She is the major inventor and
Yeah,
the designer and
yes,
player.
yes.
Yeah. So next is that, it is very important. Kindly, I would request your attention on this. IRI as a world-class university and Meru, multidisciplinary education and research intensive university. Under NEP 2020, they are synchronous terms. No need to get, confused on anything. Our NEP is very much a document in listening with the international requirements. If we are able to, get onto one, we will be able to get onto the other. So this is how they are complementing each other. So a E&Y consultant was hired by the education division for getting the SWOT analysis of all the SAUs. So IRI's SWOT analysis speaks like this. Strengths, you can very well read out. I have no need for me. Opportunities, yes. National Education Policy 2020. Kindly go through the document NEP 2020. I'll ask all of your hub coordinators to hold a orientation, means the seminar, a brainstorming amongst yourself. What is the NEP 2020 document? So that all faculty members are appraised about that. Then partnership with the academia and industry. This is an opportunity never before. We are having industry partnerships in certain niches, but not across disciplines. And this is an opportunity because government is emphasizing on that. Capture it, and that is going to become our strength. Internationalization. We have started, you can say, and that has aroused a lot of interest in all of you. How to strengthen that? Send your proposals. Whatever licenings you also have with your research partners across world, kindly send us their expression of interest to join hands with the IRI graduate school to impart the joint degrees for IRI, means for all of you. So that is how we will get strengthened. From 2, we have to become 22 sort of situation based on your strengths. Next is non-traditional students, students and their programs. So we have already, everything has been charted out from the next financial year, next academic year. We will be starting the certificate and the diploma courses. All the hubs have sent their details. We will be finalizing them, getting them approved in this academic council, and then you will be free to start the certificate and diploma courses at your place. They will be the revenue generators. Actually, you will earn revenue from that. Then, here I will like to stop for a second here. All the hub coordinators are aware that we had asked for their experiential learning unit proposals, and they have sent. ELUs are major instruments actually, wherein you can use them for running your certificate and diploma courses also. So ELUs, they are the major things, and they have already been initiated at all the hubs. Then your fundraising models, crowdsourcing, PPP, etc. Now, herein, I would request all of you to churn out your minds with the help of the young brains which you have there. That's what we say as the Gen Z. That is there, the newly recruited scientists. Recruit them and ask them that what are those initiatives in which we can raise the funds. These are the new domains. So then, you have the weaknesses. Weaknesses is one is the communication and effective multimedia coverage. That is precisely what. Kindly go across my Facebook page today. At the same time, madam, when I was going through the weakness, what I did was I wrote an abstract of IRI, linked Wikipedia with it, and I just sent it post. First time I did that, but I said, okay, let me now begin on it. And that is how precisely media should be used by the faculty, by the learned, by the students for taking their university, taking their organization to the world. Because why I'm saying, my friends, rankings are based upon the subjective and the voting criteria. They will actually send your performer and these things, the metric parameters in their Google, whatever you say, Google Forms, to more than say 10,000, 20,000 people across the world. We miss out because sometimes people say from outside, oh, what IRI? They may be knowing, they are from medicine, they are from some other places, but we have never let us be known for that purpose. So we have to come out of that approach and use actually media. अगर हम एक बार अपना फोटो डालते हैं तो एक बार जरूर IRI के बारे में as an ecosystem जरूर डालिए. So that is going to help us. Then you have the threats. When you say the private universities, with all due regards to everyone's ambitions and goals, every organization, but this is precisely a concern. We have to either, work in such a manner that it doesn't remain a threat, and that will happen precisely when we will have the quality education per se in our places. And secondly, enabling policies for attracting the talent which is going in the private universities. We are working on that. So means ICRS is working on a policy for the self-finance schemes of Indian students.
Starting from an academic.
हो गया
have a
मैम
discussion.
हाँ,
That's very good.
हाँ,
Long
Yeah.
back.
ये हो गया. Okay, one thing, I'm coming back. Online courses. This is a threat to us. You are aware that SWAYAM is there. UGC portal SWAYAM is there. Now, friends, ABC is a requirement. Academic Bank of Credit portal registration is a requirement. I will take it, separately with the academic coordinators also. And if needed, we can have next to next week, the UGC expert, I'm going to have a meeting with her or him, whosoever has been given this responsibility, to have an ABC workshop. I will, arrange this for all the hubs so that all of you get linked on to that to understand. So when online courses are there, it can be an opportunity for all of us. When you are teaching the course, please make MOOCs of that. Please make, and then please upload it onto the SWAYAM, so that our courses are also start getting reflected. But for any unit as an individual to work on that is a challenge. We will be giving you the SOP for that. No need to worry on it. Means I'm working day and night on this particular part. Then aligning agricultural education with NEP 2020, meaning we are working towards becoming world class. So we have started these 4 courses from 22-23 se ho chuka hai, and now we have more than 300, I think 350 and odd students on roll of IRI total ecosystem. And the certificate and PG diploma, these are the rather lesser numbers. Kindly do not go on the 22, 24. These were the older dates. We have, so these are the older dates. So internationalization, we have these programs, joint degree, dual degree, sandwich degree, self-finance schemes for the foreign and the NRI students in the UG program, international faculty. For more details, you can, approach your hub coordinators, because hub coordinators will be given an orientation on all of these as to how it will be done.
But exactly the sandwich PhD program.
In a sandwich PhD program, this is where, within their same degree, within their same, both the universities' names will come. In the joint, one it will be given by your university, one will be given by my university. So that's a dual. Yeah, questions, please. I will be happy to answer.
This year, what is the seat matrix one? This year for institute?
Maybe I have not. Seat matrix मैं बता देती हूँ. अभी इस टाइम पे मेरे पास वो होगा नहीं. But अभी आपको मिल जाएगा. Seat matrix you will get. Okay. I will be sending to your hub coordinators, kindly get it from them, which has been passed.
What is the difference between academic coordinator and hub coordinator and what?
I'll be coming on to, okay, hub coordinator will be the hub director of that planet institute. Academic coordinator is very much like an associate dean or a dean at your place. The DG Saab had categorically said that their names should be kept as the academic coordinator, regional hubs academic coordinators.
So ma'am,
So
these
you will be-
academic coordinators will be one among the accredited faculty or the?
Of course,
Out of the faculty.
from among the faculty only. They will be, for example, Dr. Karan Singh, Dr. Tiwari. So they will be the academic coordinators. If I'm Dr. Swapna, they have their names have been sent as the academic coordinators. This exercise is already over.
Madam,
Yeah.
we have sent,
Academic coordinator one, professors many. Professors, there will be professors discipline wise. Professors can be many.
Madam, from Kolkata, we have sent the list of faculties, PG faculties. Approval has not come any.
अभी नहीं होगा ना तब सब सितंबर में एकेडमिक काउंसिल का मीटिंग होगा IRI का एपेक्स काउंसिल जो है एकेडमिक काउंसिल है एकेडमिक काउंसिल का मीटिंग साल में 2 से 3 बार होता है इस बार का 419th मीटिंग अगस्त में होना था बट बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दिस सितंबर में हो रहा है बिफोर द न्यू सेशन स्टार्ट्स उसमें आपका सारा भी वेटिंग चल रहा है बहुत humongous work चल रहा है around 1000 applications have come and my staff the way they are doing is just applaudable so that is being done and that will be kept and that will be approved and communicated.
We'll know about it
Yes,
mid-September.
Yes. The moment academic council meeting is over, you will be flashed.
That is mid-September.
And exactly as the classes start.
Towards, I think from the third week of September or first week of October, but it will be as per the academic calendar. This time, we will. बिल्कुल मैम वही हाँ स्किन कर दिया मैम अब की बार हाँ पिछला एक साल
If you can send us the academic calendar.
Yes, so for that also I have information. I'm so happy to share with you everything. We had a green book academic calendar which was PG calendar which was called as a green book. It was in 2010. Now we have revised. It's a huge process going on. So that is being revised and that will become the graduate school calendar because we are no longer PG school. The graduate school calendar, once that will also be vetted by the academic council. Moment that is done, but before that, maybe next week or so, we will be sending you the academic calendar at least
At
for
least the
you.
calendar.
So
It will reach to you by next.
semester for PG and PhD, that semester wise course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or everything will be sent to you.
And then my one question is there about this examination process. Examination questions will be coming from IRI or
थोड़ा हम ड्रिफ्ट कर रहे हैं मुझे ये पूरा कर देने दीजिए मैं आ रही हूँ जल्दी से आ रही हूँ मैम जस्ट मुझे 5 मिनट दीजिएगा ये NEP 2020 का ये आप सब जानते हैं you are very much a part of it so no need for me to showcase this anyone wants to take a photo can take I can see people taking photos that's why I said नहीं आपको कोई प्रेजेंटेशन क्या चाहिए बताइए नहीं अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है
क्रीडा सेपरेटली क्या
हाँ?
क्रीडा का सेपरेट
I need your attention, please. Please maintain discipline, please, in the class. I don't appreciate it. Yeah. So there are 16 hubs. IRI is at a center in terms of the monitoring, laying guidelines, and setting up the examination processes and giving the degrees. There are 16 hubs envisaged by our appellate authority, ICR, and they are in several regions. And now, say, one is the Hyderabad hub, this blue circle stuff. In the Hyderabad hub, Krida is the central planet. Outside that are the neighboring institutes, which are smaller ones or which have agreed to become the satellite institutes. They will be, Krida will be the hub coordinator, and the director of that will be the hub coordinator. The directors of all other institutes will be on board of the BOS, they or their representatives. They will be in the board of studies. And then there will be the professors based upon the disciplines into which the seats have been asked for, and accordingly the process will be run very much like the IRI graduate school. For all practical and functional purposes, these will be the autonomous bodies, but they will have to comply to the guidelines of the IRI graduate school and the calendar, and they will have to report also to regarding their activities timely and periodically as per the SOP that will be communicated to the administrators to the graduate school for that purpose.
IRI hub, what is the difference in the gray and green?
It means they are already existing.
Okay,
They are already working.
and the gray one is.
Gray one are the new ones, yeah.
It's also slow.
भोपाल है already है. अच्छा ग्रीन नहीं था. Sorry ग्रीन कर देंगे उसको. अब तो आप सारे ग्रीन हो गए. ये तो ये मार्च अप्रैल के वाला वो है प्रेजेंटेशन है. चलिए डायरेक्टर कॉन्फ्रेंस में जो रखा था. सो कंप्लायंस स्ट्रक्चर ये है. अब ये पुरानी बात हो गई, मैंने सब एक्सप्लेन कर दिया आपको. चलिए ये थोड़ा हम लोगों ने एक सर्वे एक डायरेक्टर साहब हर बार दिखाते हैं जिसको अप्रिशिएट किया जाता है कि दिस इज आवर गोल, वे टू हाई बट वी हैव टू गो. That Wageningen University is a top university in agriculture and research. So where are we right now? We have to go a long way. At some points we have the similarity, but at many places we have to go a long way. But if you see into the seat matrix and all, we will be reaching, ma'am, 5,000 by the next year, 5,000 plus next year.
And planning 3,000
Yeah.
5,000.
इसी साल में हमारा वो cross हो जाए because of all these curves. Yeah. You can send me the queries on WhatsApp or this thing as and when I get time. Very specific. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, having said all the things, and we are just taking a leap towards becoming a global university.
Hmm?
But how long we will be the deemed to be university?
We are deemed to be
Why not full-fledged university?
because we had opted for deemed to be university at that time. If I want to become a university, there is a separate procedure. First of all, I have to, that's a administrative procedure. So for that purpose, and that's why because our major emphasis was research, and at that time, education was to, strengthen the skill generation in the field of agriculture during that 60s, 50s time. That's why, we opted for the deemed to be university. But for becoming a university, there are separate guidelines. We are working on that also. All those possibilities are being explored. Okay. So as regarding the organogram, ma'am, you will be happy to see. This organogram is much updated, expanded, and consolidated. And this is the organogram of the graduate school today. We have now here 3 associate deans. One is PG Affairs, Dr. Atul Kumar, UG Affairs, Dr. Anil Dahuja, as International Affairs, Dr. KK Vinod. All brilliantly doing their tasks to assist the dean and the director for all activities of coordination. We have the UG program coordinator. We have the NAC cell, we have the IQAC cell, placement cell, alumni cell. They are working at different levels. Then we have a senior registrar to take care of the administrative regulations. Then below that is a deputy registrar. There is examination cell. Into that there is a controller of examinations now. And then hostels are being taken care by the masters of halls residences. So yeah. But ma'am, now it is being made very functional. Okay. So this is anti-lagging cell and the grievance portal, and then all committees are there. This will be sent to you. Means this will be sent to your hubs very soon. Yeah. So there are 26 disciplines for the knowledge of those who are not aware. 26 disciplines in which PG and PhD 52 programs are being run, and then UG programs in 4 courses. And we have I will come fast to my the future perspective slide. So this is a student-centric academic pyramid of IRI, very consolidated, very world-class. We have on the Apex Academic Council. If we start from the downside, we have the students, the disciplines, and the faculty. They at the divisional level, there is a BOS. The BOS reports to the dean, means the recommendations are sent to dean. Dean, based upon the relevance and the context, sends it to 4 standing committees. which are related to the different aspects of the academics and the students and their interests and all and all. More details you will get onto the IRI website into the education part of it. Then then there is an IQSSL, I have already explained it. Then UG programs at IRI and its hubs, you are aware of it. So far, we have implemented the four UG programs, and this is the course structure for the BSc Agriculture. This is precisely as per the 5th Dean Committee. I would request you all to go across the 15 committee recommendations for BSc Agriculture, wherein BSc Agriculture is going to get started. I request all the hub coordinators to bring out only the relevant portion of the 15 committee and hold a orientation of your, the people after the orientation with us, because we will not be able to tutor everything. It's at your level that you have to. In case of any discrepancy, reach out to the associate dean. I'm happy to share with you that, we are very much in listening with the world university requirements, that is the choice-based credit system. Because our student has to take some essential courses, which we say as the majors. Then to support their research programs and their dissertation, they have to take minors, but they are free to take electives also. So if I am doing, say, chemicals essential course, I can take artificial intelligence or say drone or robotics also, so that my formulations can find application through the drone. So as a student, I'm free to take. And now in the ABC portal, if I'm doing it, say, from Delhi University or saying doing it from IIT, despite being registered on the roll of IRI, then that credits that I earn by doing that drone during my summer program or during my evenings and all, they will get reflected into my academic bank of credit DigiLocker account as a student. And as a university, it will be mandatory for the university to reflect it onto the transcript, to recognize that. To do this exercise, we are now working hard on that. Yeah. So we are now in listening with the UGC and the Indian Association of Universities, and very soon that announcement will also be communicated to you. Then, this is how, as per Dean's Committee, this holistic distribution of courses and common courses has been done. As I said, these things, because of the lack of time, I will be passing on to you. Then student ready program. My dear friends, IRI's UG program has to be distinct from the other universities with due regards to all state agricultural universities. This is the point set by the, people, the stalwarts and everyone. And for that purpose, kindly propose through your hub coordinators, the student ready programs that you actually will like your student to expose to. Do not let them get remaining confined to only ELUs. Make tie-ups with the industries. Let us know about with which industry you will like them to send to for internship training of 6 months, so that gets reflected into our industry academia student interface. So all these things have to be with the NGOs, with the United Nations, with wherever you want that your student should go. Kindly let us know so that we can get it academically approved by the academic council. Then for the overall holistic development, this is a new thing which has been announced at IRI. We have passed it on to you also, I think. If not, then we will send it. We have, declared 15 student clubs. Students have been registered. Yeah. So we will be passing on to you regarding this also. You can have even more, depending, more, less, whatever, depending upon your own strengths. But it is entirely a student-centric. Faculty has to do nothing. They have to only do an advisory, hand-holding role. It's a student-centric thing. They will have their president, they will have their vice president, they will have their treasurer in each club. They will be arranging fests on the account of your hubs. You will simply enjoy. That's all. So this is precisely a university involvement for their holistic growth.
They will be asking from us.
For that, yeah, so there is a provision of initially providing the seed grant, but then eventually they have to submit a proposal as how they will be using it, project-based budgeting, so that after that they have to churn out the revenue based on that seed grant to become self-sustainable. But there is definitely a budget for that for the students every year. But yeah. So from that, it will be, provisions will be made. This is the academic bank of credits. For more details, I'll be sending on this exercise also, and you will be soon be attending that ABC workshop of the UGC, which we will be organizing. Then, Swayam. So this also I'm going to leave now because I have already explained it to you. No need to go again. This is a unique thing, madam and my dear friends. We conducted a week-long orientation week program. You were a witness to that, ma'am. And students were, all sorts of students. There were sarthis of these students, and then they were exposed to the mental health classes and happiness classes and all, and they participated in plantation drive and all. So it was 1 week full of activities for the students. And after that, then they settled in for their semester. So this is what you are precisely going to plan in your manner. We will be giving you the outline. Plan in the most, lively manner as you can plan for your student. You can deviate from that also. What we have done is based upon a limited time. We will also be improving it upon. But all a call of the hubs to organize their orientation week. Then admission. So this is regarding the PG students. There was a question being asked, examinations and all. I'll be sending all these details to the hub coordinators. Kindly access these slides from them. Every detail has been written as to what are the processes that we go ahead. I will be leaving here from this slide. Then credit requirement for PG students. And what is meant by a credit, what is meant by major course, minor course, supporting course, everything we have given in this. Then
also be reflected in the calendar.
And in calendar also, ma'am. But just for them, I thought to bring as a ready reckoner. Then mandatory requirement of seminars. So we will be actually exposing you to some of the representative divisions professors. Your orientation with the professors also we will be organizing. That what actually you expect to see when a student is giving a seminar. So you should not accept whatever student is delivering. What are you actually looking in them? And how you have to actually hone their skills. So for that also we will be organizing the workshop soon. Then evaluation of the coursework and the comprehensive examination. The present BSMA guidelines, they get away with the comprehensive exam. So we are now putting it up as a proposal in our new academic calendar. So, but we will be just discussing with the other previous seniors and all as to how we can customize or we can adopt BSMA in toto. So based upon that, by September you will know. Then these are some of the foreseeable deliverables that we are. These are some of the objectives upon which we are working. That agricultural sciences, what we mean here, not you merely a conventional agricultural science. And then basic sciences as a support system. Climate science, community science, ecology, engineering and technology, food and nutrition, humanities, information technology, linguistics, veterinary and animal sciences. Here also we are arranging based upon the ABC portal, how best advantage without requirement of the hiring the guest faculty can be taken. So we are now liaising with the other universities so that arrangement will be made.
So there will be a common class.
Yeah. Yeah. So that part. So this is something which I thought that it should be evolution with time. Multidisciplinarity, of course, I have covered almost everything. This is a way forward. Some of the requirement of the QS rankings, 9 matrices. Earlier there were 6. The remaining 3 have been added only this year. That is International Research Network, employment outcomes. When we are talking about employment outcomes, kindly do maintain a database of your every outgoing student, and kindly do ensure to reflect, to encourage your students go in such a way that they opt for certain professions other than the agricultural research service, or we are merely becoming an assistant professor, where that is the role of a career development center. So you will have to hire the counselors for that purpose. That will show the students' professional diversity. And then sustainability. I will send the details of by what each term means very soon. So these are some of the international collaborations. We have already talked about that. Faculty development program. So, we have covered almost everything. So as regards, before I end up my presentation, we are in now the process of, I have talked to the DDG Education. I have also indicated it to our DG also. And we will be structuring it that just like basic universities have the refresher programs. We do have right now, the short courses and the winter schools and the summer schools, but in the name of the fact, this is a requirement of NAC also and of the international rankings also. Nomenclature also matters. You are doing your winter schools and summer schools, they are faculty development program only. But in the name of faculty development program, if it is wanted to see. So I have requested DDG to coin a term as the faculty development program, including the pedagogical skills, and he has appreciated that part because never it has been put as one of the key areas, so that you will be getting ample opportunities to undergo this kind of refresher programs. And DG sir is in the process of redefining the assessment criteria to enable you get the marks for your academic activities. So all these things are in the
So earlier
process.
this program was CAS, then
Yeah.
it came to CAF.
Yeah.
Now it can be faculty development program.
Yeah.
ICR funds.
Yeah. Then this is a study in India program. So this is to catch the international talent and the international students. I'm so thankful. I place on record my thanks to Dr. KK Vinod that in the days of his joining as the associate dean, he put it up as a proposal on file where we will be pursuing hard to actually attract the international talent, so that we have a good amalgamation of the national and the international students within the IRI ecosystem. For more details, we will be putting it up on the website, and then there will be a lot of interactions of us also. And also kindly get on to the UGC Study in India program. You will get to know about it. These are some of the quantifiable this is outcomes, and that's all. I forgot to add thank you because I was getting late. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Yeah. I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm late by 20 minutes. It will take a little check. No, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah. There will be question.
I have question. You have put 4 degree in BSc, humanity science, agriculture engineering, and
Biotechnology and community science.
but recently the importance of horticulture is increasing, and lot of universities they are giving BSc in horticulture.
So,
And IRI, ICL is capable to deliver.
So, because it was the first phase, I have not shown that slide wherein we will be taking it to 22 disciplines, in next few years to come. So that's how phase-wise approach. It is an experiment phase 1, wherein, based upon how the student intake and all, this year also, second year will be there, basically second pioneer batch, second batch will come. So we will be actually feeling, and accordingly we will be enhancing that part. Yeah. Definitely, this will be on. This is in amongst the things.
Another thing, you put some club for the students there.
Yeah.
But the fund required for their IRI will give some fund to the student
Yeah.
to encourage.
Regarding that, I have requested director to hold a meeting of all the directors, and accordingly this will be discussed there and communicated to the hub coordinators, because these are policy issues and everything is being, discussed in detail. So on an almost everyday basis in the WhatsApp group of all the directors, wherein by virtue of being the member secretary of that group, we are discussing. Such things are discussed. They will be passed on.
Ma'am, whether additional funds will be given to institute?
मैम इसके बाद में भी कोई है?
बस टी ब्रेक है।
ये यार टी ब्रेक है। और फिर तो पूछो। सारे लेक्चर मत पूछो। चाय पीनी नहीं है तो चाय नहीं पीनी है तो सारे लेक्चर पूछो। मुझे कोई टेंशन नहीं है।
रिक्वेस्ट है क्वेश्चन
डॉक्टर साहब आपसे तो बाद में सुन लेंगे आप बोलने दो आज आप अभी सुन
Ma'am, whether additional funds will be given to institute to create the teaching facilities in it.
Yes, that is already there. The provision is there under the PG development grant. So that is, you need not worry on that. You are right now on the task of being the soldier on that. अभी वो जो ऊपर से जो कैप्टन एंड कमांडर्स है ना, वो काम सब कर रहे हैं. You don't worry on that. Yeah.
You told that means there will be revision in scorecard, those who are taking it, who are.
This is precisely what is being discussed. And of course they will be done. ये बहुत बड़ी सेवा है, बहुत ज्यादा अभी कैलकुलेशंस में मत पड़ो. You will also learn a lot. मैं बताऊं मेन फायदा क्या होगा. मैम एक बात कह देती हूँ. मैं मेन फायदा क्या होगा जब आप पढ़ाने जाओगे. 50 बार पेट में बटरफ्लाईज ऐसे ऐसे होंगी, क्योंकि 50 बच्चों के सामने 20 बच्चों के सामने जब हमें बोलना पड़ेगा, और वो बच्चे वो जिनका फीडबैक जो है वो गुप्त तरीके से डीन ऑफिस में पहुंचेगा. मैं बता रही हूँ. एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट स्टूडेंट टीचर्स ग्रेडिंग विल बी कम्युनिकेटेड टू द all the hub directors and all. What I am saying, not trying to discourage. What I am saying is उससे क्या होगा, communication skills improve होंगे, confidence improve होगा, expression abilities improve होंगी. आप international conferences में और ज्यादा awards लेके आया करेंगे कि सेमिनार में best presentation हमने दिया. So there are so many things. आपको student मिलेगा बैठे बिठाए human resource, बैठे बिठाए human resource मिलेगा.
ठीक है. एक्सीलेंस जो बीटेक डिग्री शुरू हो जाएगी तो एजुकेशन में सब लोग इन्वॉल्व हो जाएंगे, तो R&D के पार्ट से थोड़ा बहुत ध्यान रखिए.
बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है यार R&D में.
तो एकेडमिक एजुकेशन में कर
नहीं डॉक्टर साहब कमाल कर रहे हैं आप. रिसर्च में बहुत है.
पेपर्स की बात करेंगे तो एकेडमिक एजुकेशन की तो वो चीज है.
मैं समझी. आप बता दीजिए कैसे.
नहीं वो बात
75
आपको 75% रिसर्च लोड भी लेना है.
हाँ.
ऊपर से टीचिंग भी करनी है.
कर रहे हैं. हाँ जी. हाँ.
आप IRF में तो ऐसा होता नहीं है.
तो कैसा हो रहा है ये.
आप वो जो सर बोल रहे हैं मैं उनसे भी ये हूँ, जैसे कि नॉट ओनली इन IRI, दूसरे इंस्टीट्यूट में जो मिनिस्टर डिफरेंट स्कीम्स है गवर्नमेंट्स के, डिफरेंट एक्सटेंशन एक्टिविटीज है, वो बहुत सारी चीजें वो आती हैं.
आपके डायरेक्टर्स वगैरह मिलके and they are arranging and orienting. They have to do it. It is the directive from the above. We all have to work together as a family on that and make the adjustments. And for that purpose, directors are doing. Anupma, you, madam, we cannot do anything on that. It's precisely the way we have been given something that okay now you have to perform in this ecosystem. So we have to perform. That's all.
वही मैडम बोल रहे हैं IRI में सब स्ट्रीमलाइन है बट इंस्टीट्यूट्स में नहीं है.
तो हो जाएगा ना. नया था ना की तरह ग्राउंड जीरो से शुरुआत हुई थी. डॉक्टर आप उससे बढ़िया करेंगे. चिंता मत करो. इतना पोटेंशियल है. पहले कहाँ स्लाइड्स होती थी और ये सब होता था. क्या होता था पहले. क्या बात हम कर रहे हैं. 100 साल नहीं लगेंगे. आप लोग इसी फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में देखिएगा.
Just 1 year requirement.
There is a question from madam. Yeah.
Ma'am, this is the most useful lecture which enriched our class.
I did not anticipate any this thing. Never mind. मुझे मेरे सामने कुछ मत करिए. मैडम को फीडबैक दीजिएगा. मैडम को दीजिए. She's very talented. She's so I am that matters a lot.
Many clarification orientation. What we have to do in the next few months, what we have to act upon. Only my request is to provide all the guidelines for the formation of the
Yes.
as well as student clubs. Only that thing.
We are gonna madam tirelessly. My team of people is working on that every day. I'm working on that. Believe me, I've not taken one day leave even after getting my major crack. So that's why I'm saying. मतलब with that I'm saying कि आप लोगों के उससे पहले आपको सब कुछ मिल जाएगा. ये मेरी तरफ से गारंटी है.
ये तो मैं एंडोर्स करता हूँ और मैं वैलिडेट करता हूँ वर्षी से.
नहीं
Because she works 24/7.
नहीं
रात को भी हम अगर 12 बजे 11 बजे भी मैसेज करते हैं तो उसका रिप्लाई सुबह 6 बजे मिल जाता है.
क्योंकि हमें पता है ना कि वो एक बहुत बड़ा मिशन है. ये आप लोगों को तो इसको अब एनफोर्स करना मतलब इम्प्लीमेंट कराना है लाना है, लेकिन उससे पहले जो बनना है आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि हो जाएगा. सो वी आर वर्किंग ऑन दैट डेफिनेटली.
मैम एक पूछना था मुझे कि सितंबर में आपने बताया स्टूडेंट्स भी आ जाएंगे.
सितंबर में हाँ मोस्ट लाइकली सितंबर 3rd और 4th. या
तो कब तक एक पोर्टल तो कुछ तो सिस्टम होगा रेडी फैकल्टी स्टूडेंट्स.
जी मैं बता देती हूँ. एक्चुअली मैम आप एक बार बर्तन साहब से बात कर लीजिएगा. आज वाला 2 बजे का जो लेक्चर है ना, 2 बजे का जो विजिट है, तो मुझे थोड़ा एक्चुअली वो मेरी तरफ मार्क नहीं हुआ, तो मैं तैयारी जो मैंने की थी वो फिर मैंने एक तरफ रख दी। बट मैम क्या है, मैं चाह रही हूँ एक बार इनको वहाँ पे बीपी पाल में, मतलब इनका जो विजिट है डिस्कवरी में बताया तो ठीक है, एक बार चले जाएंगे। बीपी पाल में मैं वहाँ करा के और वहाँ मैं नितिन एंड डॉन को करके एकेडमिक मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम डिस्प्ले करा
Can we leave for tea?
आज विजिट होगा ही होगा, अगर हम वहाँ कर सकते हो।
कोई बोल
जबकि विजिट करती है
नहीं, आज तो फिर मैं डायरेक्टर हूँ, मैं करा देती हूँ। हेलो, फिर मैं करा दूंगी, कोई बात नहीं।
मैं यही तो रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा था।
मैं करा दूंगी।
हम लोग जिससे इंटरेक्ट करते हैं ना, तो एक बार फिजिकली मुलाकात
नहीं, ठीक है, आज
हम लोग तो फोन से तो कर ही लेते हैं।
मैं जा रही हूँ।
Right.